In this video, I'm talking about rice water for extreme hair growth for long, thick, healthy, shiny hair. This is my rice water. This is the best rice water I have ever made. I use the secret Yao Women recipe for this rice water. So if you'd like to see this specific recipe, the best rice water I have ever made, I will link it at the end of this video and in the description box below so you can check it out after you watch this video. In this video, I'm focusing on every single thing you need to know about rice water. I have posted so many rice water videos, but no matter how many I post, I always get so many questions under like, does it make your hair darker? Can I use this on relaxed hair? When do I use it in my step? Should I wash it out? How long should I leave it in my hair? All those kinds of questions, I'm going to answer them in this video. So if that seems like something you're interested in, make sure you stay tuned. My name is Angelica. I do a lot of videos about growing your natural hair, and right now I am doing a rice water series. So if those videos seem like something that might interest you, please consider subscribing. The subscription button is right down there, as well as the bell icon. Make sure you hit the bell so when I post my next rice water video or other natural hair video, you're going to get that notification. Let's get straight into the video. Okay, so before I get to the first point, if you've never watched any rice water video, rice water is amazing for hair growth because it contains amino acids, vitamins B, C, and E. They easily penetrate the hair shaft, and when you ferment the rice water like the rice water I have, it also produces pitera and it enhances the inositol. It makes your hair shed less, and it is just an all-around amazing thing for your hair. Now, like anything in the hair growth community, it doesn't work for everyone. It works for most people, but I would say try it at least twice before you decide if it's good enough for you. Most people who try it really like it, but if you're one of those people who it just doesn't work for, there are so many other things, and I post so many tips on this channel, so you probably find something that works for you. Let's get into the first tip. So, this is something I get asked all the time. If my hair is damaged, if my hair is dry, if I just did a big chop and I want to grow my hair fast, can I use rice water? The answer is yes. Like I just said, you want to try it. I can't tell you what's not going to work and what's going to work in your hair. You have to try it. Whether your hair is damaged, very hard, very short, try rice water. The simple answer is just yes. You always want to try it. You never know what happens. You could just see amazing results. It's not going to damage your hair provided you use it properly. The second commonly asked question is, how often should I use rice water? Now, this is entirely up to you to a certain degree. I recommend not more than once a week. I think that the minimum amount of time you should use rice water in your hair is once a week. And the reason for this is, one, even the Yao women who invented this basically, or who use it now the most, they only use it once a week. And second of all, it has protein in it. So protein can make your hair feel hard. Even if you have very naturally soft hair, it can make your hair feel a little bit brittle. So you don't want to have a protein overload, just the same way you don't want to have a moisture overload in your hair. So once a week is the minimum amount I would recommend. You can go ahead and even just use it once a month, maybe at the end of the month, whenever that is you decide. You can use it every other week. So for me, for the past 1 month, of course, my hair was straight, so I wasn't using it. So only this is like the last week of the third month is when I use it. But when I use it on a regular basis, I actually don't usually do it every week. I usually use it once every 2 weeks or once every month. So it's up to you. When you try it in your hair, you'll see how it makes your hair feel and you'll make the right decision. Also, the availability of the rice that you have would determine how often you want to use the rice water in your hair. Third question is, how long should I leave the rice water in my hair? The Yao women leave it in their hair for 20 minutes. Today I just did a rice water treatment and I only left it in my hair for 20 minutes, but with heat, because I have naturally very dry and coarse hair, and I had amazing results. My hair looks like a huge ball of frizz right now because there is absolutely no product in it, but I wanted to pump these videos out to you. I just have a little bit of hair gel here. My hair feels so soft, defined. My hair is the smoothest it has ever been, and it just feels overall amazing. So I would suggest 20 to 30 minutes is the perfect time. If you have to prolong it, if you're busy or you're doing something or you just want to give it a try, I would suggest no more than 2 hours. Leave it in your hair for about 2 hours and see how your hair feels. Or you can leave it in for shorter times and then keep increasing to see how long your hair can handle it. Please don't leave it in your hair overnight because you will have protein overload. It will make your hair dry and brittle, and And if your hair feels fine, there are possible long-term effects. So I would just suggest don't leave it in your hair for more than 2 hours. Next question is, can I use rice water if my hair is in a protective style like a weave, braids, box braids, crochet? The answer is yes and no. No, because I don't want you to leave the rice water in your hair because again, it can have potential long-term effects. Yes, because on the day you're washing your hair in the protective style, you can use it. So if your hair is in box braids or cornrows or something like that, you can get your rice water in a spray bottle just like this, how I use it. I get it in a spray bottle. I spray it all over my hair. You can leave it in your hair for 20 to 30 minutes and then go ahead and wash your hair and do your shampoo and conditioning process and all that. And when your hair is in a protective style, I highly suggest you use it before you shampoo your hair, just because a little bit of product in hair can get stuck in certain places and you don't want to risk the amount, and you don't want to risk some rice water staying in your hair in places where you can't easily access. So I advise you use the rice water before you shampoo while it's in a protective style. Which leads me to my next question, which is, at what stage in my hair care routine should I use the rice water? This is like the most vague one because everyone's like, should I use it before I shampoo my hair? Should I use it after I condition? Or should I use it before I moisturize? There's like a whole confusing thing here. So here's the thing. There are many ways you can use it. You can use it as a rice water rinse, which means after you wash, shampoo, and condition your hair, on the last stage you would wash your hair, wash out all the conditioner, dip your hair, pour rice water or spray rice water all over your hair. Then you would go under a dryer, or if you don't want to go under a dryer or steamer and you just want to leave it in your hair, you can leave it for 20 to 30 minutes and then wash it out and proceed to the rest of your wash day routine. But my favorite way has always been the same way that the Yao women do it, which is the first step. On dry hair, I use it as a pre-poo. So before I shampoo my hair, or even if I'm not going to shampoo my hair and I'm just going to co-wash, I go ahead and use rice water before that. So on dry hair, I would detangle my hair, spray the rice water in it, twist my hair up, leave it for 20 minutes or 30 minutes under a hooded dryer. I would wash it out and then I go ahead to my wash day routine. And just so you know, if you have hair like mine, it might be beneficial for you to not use shampoo on the day when you use rice water. So I do wash my hair with shampoo, like sulfate-free shampoos and just regular shampoos when I have a lot of buildup, basically once a month. So for 3 weeks out of the month, I would just wash my hair with a conditioner instead of a shampoo. And then on the 4th week, I would use a shampoo. So I would never use my rice water on the 4th week when I'm going to use shampoo, because shampoo is already drying. So it can make your hair feel a little bit hard and brittle. And then the protein in the rice can add to that. So I only use my rice water. I only use my rice water as a pre-poo on the day when I will be washing my hair with a conditioner. Hopefully that made sense to you. The next one is, the rice water is making my hair really hard, or the rice water is making my hair too soft. So the first one, if the rice water is making your hair really hard, you might be using it in the wrong step in your routine. Try using it as a pre-poo or just in a different place in your routine. Or your hair is already dry and brittle. The second one is, maybe you're using rice water with a protein conditioner, so you're doubling up on your protein, which is making your hair hard. If it's making your hair too soft, maybe you already have moisture overload and the rice water is just not helping. The next one is that you're leaving the rice water in your hair for too long. And the last one is, if you have tried everything and you've tried all these different variations and the rice water still makes your hair feel just wrong, stop using it, find something else. I always say this, no matter how amazing a product is, no matter how cheap or expensive it is, if it just happens to not work for you, just stop fighting it, find something else, try aloe vera, try anything else. It's the best thing. Don't force it. The next one is, do you keep the rice inside the water after it's completed fermented and you're storing it? The answer is no. As soon as the fermentation process is over, after the rice has been soaking, I usually leave it for about 48 hours, but in this special Yao Women recipe, I actually left it in there for 5 days. As soon as the 5th day was done and I did all my special things that I do to make it look white and be ready like this, I take out all the rice. So there's actually no rice in here. As you can see, that it is just purely rice water. So you want to take the rice out because you've already got all the benefits for it. There's no need to keep the rice inside there. Just get rid of it. People ask if you can cook it after that or not as well. That's all up to you, literally. I cannot tell you if you want to throw it away or if you want to cook it for your dogs or eat it yourself. That's entirely up to you. The next one is, where do I store my rice water? One, where do I store it while it's still fermenting? And the second one is, where do I store it after it's done fermenting and I have some left over? So the first one is, while it's fermenting, I always keep it in a dark place, like inside a cupboard, and I close the cupboard, and I always store it in something that is made out of glass. The Yao women store it in clay, but I do not have anything made out of clay. So the next best thing I found is glass. I wouldn't advise storing it in something plastic just because plastic has ways of contaminating things. So I would suggest you use glass. Possibly stainless steel, but my favorite is glass. I keep it in a glass jar like the one I just showed you. I keep it in a dark cupboard for however long I decide to ferment it. And then once the fermentation process is done and I've taken out the rice and all my special things that I put in it, once I pour that out, I go ahead and store it in the fridge. So the only reason I have this here is to show you guys I've already done my routine. I keep it in the spray bottle for spraying it in my hair. So since I'm done with it now, both the spray bottle and this jar of rice water are going in the fridge. And as soon as it goes into the fridge, once it is cold, the fermentation process stops. It stops it from going bad and it stops it from continuing to ferment, which is why you never want to put the rice water in the fridge as soon as you finish making it, unless you don't want it to ferment. The next one is, how long can I keep the rice water in the fridge after I've done fermenting and all that? This is a question I actually get all the time. And this one depends on the climate where you're living. If it is extremely, extremely hot where you live, where even the fridge is not as effective for the rice water, then it might not stay as long, maybe 7 days. My rice water always stays for no less than 14 days in the fridge. And if you want to tell if the rice water has gone bad, it is very easy. The color sort of changes. It starts to look a little bit brown. And when you open the lid, the smell will be unbearable. So it is very easy to tell. If it smells fine and it looks fine, even after it passes the 14-day mark, it's probably still fine to use. Again, it is up to you. The 10th one is, should I boil my rice water to make it better, to make it more white? To make it more white, the answer is no. Now the Yao women, when they make their rice water, I'm going to say this for sure, they actually do boil their rice water and it works for them, I'm sure. But according to the science and research I have done, just like when you cook anything, vegetables, as soon as it passes the boiling point, there are certain vitamins that die at a certain temperature. So you always get the best results if you actually don't boil the rice water. The best thing I would suggest is just to use water that is hot enough for you to touch without burning, so that it doesn't cook the rice, it doesn't destroy the nutrients, but maybe it can help just soften it a little bit and promote the nutrients to come out. As you can see, my rice water is white. It almost looks like milk, and I did not boil this. I just did my technique while I was making the rice water to make sure it comes out as white as that and to get out all the nutrients. Again, I will link the video on how I made this special rice water at the end of this video and also in the eye here, so you can check that out. The next thing you need to know about rice water that's commonly asked is, can I use any kind of rice? The answer is yes, you can use any kind of rice, except parboiled rice. The reason you can't use parboiled rice is parboiled basically means pre-cooked. So it's already been, so most of the nutrients are already taken out, which is why I don't even eat parboiled rice, because it's kind of just like a waste of time. I'm just eating nothing. So you always want to use rice. You can use jasmine rice, enriched rice, sushi rice, brown rice, red rice. Although the Yao women only suggest using white rice because apparently it has the perfect amount of protein, whereas things like red rice and brown rice do have higher levels of nutrients of everything, including the protein, and apparently that is slightly too high. So if you want to stick with the Yao women one, just use any kind of white rice that is not parboiled. The next one is, can rice water be used on relaxed or color treated hair? Yes, rice water can be used on any kind of hair. Curly hair, naturally straight hair, chemically treated hair, relaxed, colored hair. You can use rice water on any kind of hair. It still has amazing benefits. All it can do is improve the quality of your hair if your hair likes it. So it's best to test it out no matter what kind of hair you have. This one is not a very common question, but it does get asked, and this is, does rice water make your hair darker? Now, it doesn't have a color. It's not like a hair dye, but it can but it does promote your hair to naturally darken itself. And the reason is that once you ferment the rice water, it improves the qualities of the vitamin B, and vitamin B's in your hair promote melanin production, which your hair has melanin as well, which determines the color of it. So the more melanin your hair has, the darker it's going to become. So it does promote your hair getting darker, especially if you're one of those people like me whose hair gets easily lightened by like the sun and just the outside elements. So this can really help darken your hair. It also really helps prevent gray hair. And if you look at the Yao women, even the ones who are in their 60s and 50s, they don't have a single gray hair. Their hair is long, dark, healthy, and shiny. And the Yao women actually really attribute their hair not going gray quickly to the same rice water. Now, if you're thinking of this, if your hair is colored, I would suggest doing a patch test. If you happen to have very light hair, like you dyed your hair a light blonde color and your hair is naturally dark, I would suggest doing a patch test. So you just try some rice water out on a certain section of your hair to see if it's going to affect the color. Otherwise, if your hair is naturally a lighter color, I think it's only going to enhance the natural hair color that you already have. The next one is, what if I don't have all the extra things that you're putting into your rice water? Because I always add like essential oils and all these other things that you see in the other video. Absolutely yes, because the main benefit is actually just the pure rice water. All the benefits you're getting, the vitamin B's, E's and stuff. The extra things I add are just to be extra, just to add a little secret sauce, just to make it a little extra. But you can 100% use plain rice water. You'll still get amazing results. And I would actually suggest that you use plain rice water first, just to make sure that in case your hair reacts badly to any of the extra oils and things you might want to add to your rice water, you know that the extra things are the problem and not the rice water, and vice versa. Another question that's asked a lot as well is, can I add oils like coconut oil, avocado oil, almond oil, olive oil? The answer is you can use those oils on your actual hair after you've already put the rice water in your hair. I would not suggest putting those oils inside the rice water because first of all, they just won't mix properly. And second of all, they'll basically have no effect in there because they'll just be totally separated. I would highly suggest only using essential oils in your rice water. And essential oils are always those oils that come in really tiny bottles because they are highly concentrated and you can't use them by themselves. So don't mix in, especially coconut oil, because it is high in protein and you might think that your rice water is not working properly. That's because the protein in the rice water is matching up with the protein in your coconut oil. So please don't use coconut oil and rice water together, but you can mix the other oils if it's directly onto your hair. The next one is rice water poisonous? Does it have arsenic? This depends on where you get your rice from. There's certain places in America where the soil naturally has arsenic in it, so it basically grows into the rice and there's no way to remove it. There's nothing like I'm going to boil the rice and boil it and boil it and boil it until the arsenic comes out, because you can boil it till the arsenic comes out, but all the nutrients will also be out, so there's nothing like that. I would just suggest you use rice that comes from China or another Asian country, or if you just know where your rice is coming from and you know that the soil does not have arsenic there, then you can use the rice from there. I use local Zambian rice, so I know it doesn't have arsenic in it. I know exactly where it comes from, so it's basically a yes and no question. The next one is, will rice water make my hair thicker? Now the answer is another similar to yes and no. Yes, it will make your hair thicker because almost everyone who I've seen try rice water, including myself, the main result that you get from rice water before you even see hair growth and thickness is reduction in shedding. Now, when your hair sheds less, automatically you're going to have more hairs left on your head and your hair will continue to be thicker, but it will not thicken the individual hair shaft. If your hair is naturally very fine and you have few hairs on your head as well, it's not going to increase the amount of individual follicles you have on your head, and it's not going to thicken up the individual shaft of hair. But because you have less shedding, like I said, you will have more hairs on your head, so your hair will be thick, and also very healthy hair just always appears thicker in general as well. So if there's any other question that I didn't answer in this video that you have about rice water, please comment the question in the comment section below, and comment a rice bowl if you want more rice water videos from me, and hit the like button so I know that you like these kinds of videos. Hit my face right there to subscribe if you didn't in the beginning, and watch the 2 videos on the side of the screen right here if you'd like to see any of my older videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.